Everybody. I'm Larry the Pen Bug Guy here in Fort Worth, Texas. And welcome back to Larry's Fountain Pens, where I'm doing my next Pen Case Talk live chat number 46. I got on a little bit early, but that's okay. That'll give us folks some time to join up. But I've got a lot of things to talk about today. So, first of all, before I start on the main topic, I'd still like to talk about the Hobonichi that I did a review on some notebooks. But I'm really starting to like the Hobonichi, and I have it set up as my bullet journal, which really works great. And what I like about how I set this up is that on the Hobonichi, they have the calendar, the whole year. And this is the first 6 months. You turn the page, you get the other 6 months. So you can just look at a glance at the calendar and see what you have planned for this month, next month, or future months. So that's helpful for me. And that's how I plan a lot of my stuff. And then you can turn over, and then here on the January date is how I also have it set up as a bullet journal. And it really so far has been working out good for me. And in the very back, what I do in these back pages, I'll do a 1 day journal page in this notebook. So far it's been working out very well. And it comes with a blotting paper. So it works really well. I like it, and I'm glad I got it. Also, real quick, my cafe journal notebook. This is from the Nami Paper Company, and this fits really well in my man's bag. It's not a big one. It's not an A5. It's stepped down, but it's really great. It's got 384 pages, and it lies flat. And it's Tama River paper. That's my favorite paper of all papers. My second would be the Life paper. For me, that works. Yes, I do use Rhodia, and it's a good paper. I use the dot grid Rhodia paper when I do my writing reviews, and I may change up to a different brand of paper, but whatever I'm comfortable in using, I'll use. I'm not dedicated to one particular brand. It's just what I feel I want to use when I want to use it. That's just me. So back to the cafe journal. Here's my new one. And I bought a very affordable, inexpensive plastic cover for it. I think for about $5. And the white you see is the insert that came in here. So I just stuck my journal in here with it. I like the white look for right now, and I can put a picture on it or whatever turns me on. But here's the paper inside. It really is just some dynamite paper. I'm totally impressed with this paper. My favorite paper. And then here's another block card right there. So, these notebooks are really made very well. I love them. That's my favorite paper. Real quick, here is my Uber Works journal, which is a hardback, and it lies flat as well, as you can see. And I use this to keep my ink journal in on the pen I'm using, the ink, the nib, the date that I inked up the pen, the date cleaned, the wetness, and my comments about the pen. And there it is.
Hello to Troy.
Hey, Troy. And I like the paper pretty much. You know, here's the back of the paper. And it holds up pretty well, depending on the nib, how wet, and the ink. But this is a worthy notebook, in my opinion. Is there some bleed-throughs? It can be, depending, like I said, on the how wet your nib is and the ink. But pretty much, it's a neat notebook. I think it's under $13, something like that. And you can find this notebook if you're interested at UberWorks. Amazon is selling them, and I don't know who else, but great notebooks. I'll always keep one in use. My favorite notebook. So, it is almost 1 o'clock. What do you say we get started? I've given heads up this morning about the live chat at 1 o'clock today to give people time to get ready and if they can join me or not. But if depending on how many people are attending, will be how long I will be staying on. If there's an interest, I'll stay on. If not, I'll buzz off. Cool, peace, love. Okay, we got some giveaways coming up. Yep, some giveaways. First, we're going to start with one of the giveaways in no particular order. Stay with me, giveaways. And later, after I show you the giveaways, I'll be coming back on to let you know how you can win the giveaway, okay? But just for today, I'm going to be showing the giveaways. All right, Mr. Announcer, you can, here is a beautiful handmade pin bag. Beautiful, is it not? Check it out. Great work. Love the pins on there. It's just really an eye catcher. Nice looking pin bag. Really cool. And Mr. Announcer, who made the pin bag?
Kara Overman.
And thank you, Kara Overman. This will be for a giveaway. Yep, so let's open it up. I'll show you the one I'm using right now and how it's set up to give you an idea on this amazing pin bag. And here's mine. Mine is the gray one. I like them both, you know, so that's a beautiful one. Look at the colors on that one. But this is cool too. Check it out. Love the pins, right? So let's open it up. This is the bag some lucky person will be getting. And as you pull out, here is like a pin roll. Nice material. It's not a velour. It would be, what do you think, Mr. Announcer?
Almost felt.
Yeah, that would be a good word for it. So here it is. And I have 4, 5, 6, it's 8 pin holder.
Hello to Brian.
Hi, Brian. How you doing, guy? So here's a number 1 pin to show you the size of pins I'm putting in here. Vanishing point.
And hello to Michelle.
Hey, Michelle. Lamy Joy, and you know how long that pin is.
And Francisco.
Francisco, what's happening, bro? And then I've got my Jinhao 450. And I have my Delta, my blue one, beautiful pins. And I have one of the giveaways coming up, the Jim Hines custom-made beacon. Check out this gorgeous, beautiful pin. Yep.
Hello to another viewer from Europe whose name is not in English. And then hello Sharon and Michelle. Yes, go ahead and ask a question.
Beautiful pin. Gorgeous. With it comes with the nib and the ink converter. And this one is going to be a medium nib. Comes with a converter which I do like.
Michelle asks if you can face the camera, so I assume by looking at the little dot up there.
Okay, I'm looking straight at the camera, but my face angle goes that way, and I have never been able to make it straight. Yeah, so I don't know why it's not. I'm looking directly at the camera. Ta-da! But again, it is not showing that I'm doing that. I'm showing like I'm that way. So I'll turn this way, that way, that way, that way. And so I don't know why this iPad is doing it. It just does it. Any more ideas, suggestions? Let me know.
Maybe if you try looking over
Okay,
here.
I'll look over here. Any better? Yeah, I'm kind of like tilt that way.
She said yes there.
Good. Okay, if I can remember to keep my head that way, I'll put my neck in a back brace or something. But anyway, thanks a lot, Michelle. Appreciate it, dear. So here it is. Really, this pen, wait till you get it in your hands. Beautiful pen. It really is. At least I think it's a great looking pen. Love the color contrast. Look at the colors in there. It's just beautiful. Jim Hinze makes some kick-A fountain pens. No question about it. I would put him up on the level with the big guys, Lamy, Van Scotti, Pelican, Mont Blanc, who else? Brian Edison, Christoph pens, Twisby's, all those pens. Because, he's a pen maker, custom pen maker. That's his job, to make pens, right? And he can clone whatever pen you want. I've seen it. I thought at first it was this certain pen, certain brand, and they were kind of smiling, laughing. It was Jim and Francisco, right, Francisco? And it wasn't. Francisco's wife wanted this certain pen cloned exactly like it, and she got just what she asked for. So Jim Hinze knows his stuff. Yeah. Now, and there's going to be people that's not going to like them. Sure, we all aren't the same. We all are different. We're not robots that we all will do the same routine, act the same personalities. We're all different. That's why there's a variety of pens, variety of nibs, variety of inks and papers. It just goes on because we never will always agree with another a lot of times. Sometimes we do. But these pens is one heck of a pen.
Troy said he's got the beacon on order, looking forward to it. Michelle says it's an interesting color combination. And Francisco says the pen was cloned and is perfect.
There you go. Francisco got one for his wife. Yep. And Michelle, you're into purple? Watch out. He can make you one bad boy, bad girl, purple people eater pen. And right now is a great time to get it. 30% off. Yeah, 30% off. That's huge. That's a huge savings. Now, this is without hardware, but you can get them with hardware the way you want them. There's a little bit more extra charge with the hardware. I love this pen. And for me, I like hardware. I like to have at least a clip on mine. That way it won't roll off my desk or table. But will that keep me from buying one that doesn't have a clip or hardware? No, not at all. Because there are also some very high dollar pens that do not have hardware. Go ahead.
She says she has the purple custom pen at the moment and making another one down the road.
But this is the time that, yes, to buy. I have an order in with Jim to buy one. Then I got another one at his house that I'm going to buy. So that's two. One is a gift for a friend of mine, and then another one is for me. And then I just may break down and get another one. But, once the sale's gone for January, it's gone for good. But does that mean I'm not going to buy any more pens from Jim? No, by no means. I know what the man is capable of doing. I know the man. I've had the privilege to meet him, and go to his workshop and watch him at work making these pens. He can and does pour his own blanks. So, these pens, you don't make them in 20, 30 minutes or an hour. They can take 3 to 5 hours, depending if everything goes right and depending if it comes out to Jim's specifications. He has been known to scrub a pen and start all over again. But these pens are really amazing. Nice, beautiful fountain pens. And you can get them with different nibs, extra fine, fine, medium. Of course, broad, 1.1, 1.5, whatever other size larger than medium is an extra charge. Affordable, I think around 25. And also the material for the nib, steel, palladium, titanium, and gold. Jowo and Bach nibs available. So you got all kinds of choices to pick and choose what you want, what you don't want. So there's one of them. So that's one. Okay, let's get back to Carl's pen pouch.
Hello to Oren. And
hi, Oren.
Oren, his new pen website should be up pretty soon. Keep a watch out on HinzeWoodCreations.com and see if there's an announcement about it.
Yeah, Jim is working, trying to get that website up current, the new one. Right now he's been making pens, which is a good thing. We want to keep Jim busy. So, but he is working on that. Jim, Hinze, can you hear me? Larry here. How's that pen site coming along? Ta-da! So here's another pen. And Salami Safari. And here's a big one for you. Here's a wing sign. That's a big pen, big honker, right? Big, big pen. So this is a cool pen bag right here. And last but not least is the next giveaway. Sorry about that. Here is another of my favorites. Oh, here is the Jim Hinze custom-made Blue Storm. Look at this pen. Wow, amazing. Beautiful pen, beautiful.
Hello to Jerry, and no, his pens are made out of acrylics and some other plastic type materials. The wood creations comes from the other items that he makes in his shop.
He uses 3 materials. Ebonite is one of them, and different styles of acrylics that you'll be able to choose from. And what we're talking about, he does make them in ebonite. So let me show you one of his pens that is ebonite, and that will be for sale on his site. It's beautiful. Are y'all ready? Here is the Jim Hinze Americana. It's a teal colored pen. It looks darker, but it's a beautiful teal. When you put that light on it, you can see that beautiful teal with some dark black lines coming down, but it's ebonite. This is an ebonite feed. Beautiful.
Troy has a wing song that he's disappointed in. He can't keep it writing.
Yeah, this wing song, well, check it out. It's a little bit longer than the Americana. But, yeah, this wing song I had to really work on to get it to write. But I guess some do and some don't. But this one is on his site. And I believe this one is $249, I'm thinking. But don't forget 30% off the pen. So you can't beat that with a stick. He can make them out of wood. Also, he has pen kits. And he was showing me this beautiful, to die for, fountain pen. I think it was a dragon, wasn't it?
Yes.
And done in, was it rhodium plated or something?
Oh, I don't remember that one.
I thought it was sterling silver, but it's not. Whatever material, it's beautiful hardware on it. Just beautiful. The pen just screamed dynamite. And I opened it and I wrote with it, and wow, and he was saying, that's a kit pen. Wow.
And Jerry, to answer your question, no, you can buy the Americana from anywhere.
So it was great. I mean, kit pins have a bad name. I can dig it. I'm hearing you. A lot of people detest, hate kit pins. But if they're done right, made right, you'll be surprised how well made a kit pin can be. And Jim is the kind of person that is meticulous, very much into detail, and he has his name on it. So I'm just saying, it's got to be quality. Also, he also sells and makes roller balls, fountain pens, really cool ones. You just have to see. He's got a whole line of cool stuff to sell. But that's his passion. That's his heart. You've seen Brian Edison with Goulet, and they're talking. I have a video with Jim. And Jim, he doesn't want to get so big that he's not actually hands-on anymore. He wants to actually continue to do the hands-on. So that way the quality control will always be in check. He knows what he's putting out. Maybe down the road he might hire one more person to help do the fountain pen, but making the fountain pen, that will be Jim all the time. His hands will be on the machine, turning it, using different tools to make these beautiful fountain pens. So,
hello to Adam.
Hey, Adam. Peace, brother. So, here are the giveaways. The Beacon, the Blue Storm. Which do I like better? I love the colors in this one and the length. I love the colors in this one and the shape. So, ta-da! Yay, Blue Storm! Ta-da! Dun 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 dun. Yep. Jim Hines, fountain pens. When you think of a pen, you think of a Lamy. Why not think of Hines? When you think of a pen, you're thinking of Twisby. Why not think of Hines? When you think of a pen on a 149 Mont Blanc, think of Hines. Why Hines? Affordable, custom made, quality control. He wants to make affordable, great, custom made fountain pens for all of us. He's not charging an arm and a leg. That's my point. He's not giving me anything to say any of this. So don't think Jim is sliding me some money under the table or giving me this or that. Even if he did, I'd be honest with my reviews because I'll never mislead anybody, And if I like a pen well enough, I'll buy it. And my only problem with Hines pens, and I'm going to be honest with you, I hate to hurt his feelings. All right, Jim, I have to be honest. We're all not perfect. But here's my problem with Hines custom pens. I love them all. I just don't have enough money to buy them all. They're all beautiful, great, to die for pens. You're going to find a few. I don't like it. I don't like this on it. I don't like that. Blah. But, we're all over the place because we talk about Mont Blanc. We talk about Twisby. We complain about Lamy. We complain about Edison. We complain about custom pens. Because why do we do that? Because we're pen people and we have our likes and dislikes, right? Does that mean a pen maker is bad? No, not at all. I love Edison pens. I really do. And he's got some nice ones come out. I love Kirkland pens and the Monteverde. And those folks got some great looking pens came out. I'm digging it. Yep. Hey, Brian. So, anyway, we got some pens that will be up for giveaway soon. and that beautiful pin bag that will be up for a giveaway. And I'm laying down the groundwork, and I will be letting everybody know next week how you can win it. So you need to subscribe. Either be on my Larry the Pin Bug Pin Pal group, or Larry's Fountain Pins on Facebook or YouTube. And then I'll fill you in how to do it. It's not going to be just send your name in, address. Not going to be nothing like that. It's going to be a little bit different. So, let's get back to some of the new groups that are on my Facebook channel. Hey, Troy! What did he say?
Birmingham Pins has started making pins too.
Troy, what are the name of the pins? I bought a Knox pin from Birmingham, but that's not it, right? Fill me in if you like, or fill in everybody that's on here right now that's interesting, and are they affordable? Do you know much about them? How do they ride? But anyway, I have Larry the Pin Bug Pin Pal. Go ahead.
He says Nick is making his own now Model A, and then he Troy has one on order.
Okay. So I'm trying to build this group up. Getting the first batch of 10 pins?
No, one of the first batch.
Oh, of 10. Okay. So, yeah, that's the first I heard. I don't, I'm not on Birmingham's much. From time to time I may get on there, but not a whole lot. But anyway, Larry the Pin Bug Pin Pal group is, I'm trying to get it to start moving more. I've only got about 23, 24 members, but hopefully it'll start growing. And my fountain pen group on Facebook has really started to take off. Thanks, everybody. Everybody, it's because of you guys, it's making it happen. YouTube has really went well. So I'm happy. It's keeping me busy, busy, busy. And my heart and passion and love is fountain pens. Also, you know, inks. I love inks. There's some inks that I don't like. I just don't do much for me. And there's some that are mediocre. But there's some that just wow me. So that's another one. Now, briefly, I want to talk about a review I done on a pen that really blew me away, that got a wow factor from me. Really a nice pen.
Francisco asks, how's the soda pop ink?
So, never got it. Soda pop ink, I'm out, don't have any, so never got it. I got the Monteverde olivine, so, you know, that's about half gone already. Small bottle. I need to get a large one. Here's a pen I did a review on. Fountain Pen Revolution. This is the Airmail 69. This pen, I upgraded to a 1.0 stub nib. It's got a piston filler. This pen, and you get a discount, Larry, 15, you get a 15% discount. Kevin's still offering it. But this pen, wow, what a nice pen. $33 for everything. Discount, shipping, tax, everything.
Hello to Greasy Pete, and no, the Hinze American Graffiti will be one of the regularly offered pens. All the pens that we've shown so far are models that he will continue to make.
Right. And there's a bunch of them. In fact, all you have to do is check the Larry's Fountain Pen site, because there's pictures of all of them. Even the Misty is on there that a friend of mine had special order. So all the pens are on there. And there's going to be, in the future, sooner than later maybe, a Hinze limited edition coming out. So
Francisco says he's had problems with 3 of his FPR pens.
Okay, I haven't had any problems with my FPR pens. Mine are all juicy, great, not a one. I have the Himalayas. Is it the Mitfit or something? I forgot. But anyway, all mine have been good. But if you get a hold of Kevin, tell him you're having problems with it, he'll make it right. But this pen, if you watch my video, you're going to see this pen does not play around. A great fountain pen. Great value. Love the pen. And I love that ink window, and it's getting low on ink. Yep. But that's because I do a lot of writing.
Okay, Troy says the first Birmingham batch was $60, and you get a pen sleeve and bottle of ink with that.
Okay.
And then Michelle says she's moved beyond the Indian-made pens, that there are others that meet her needs.
Also, yes, 2 Himalayas. Okay. So what else? All right. I'll be doing an update review on the Benu pens. Also, there's some incredible pens that come out by Conklin and Monteverde. You know, I think a reasonable price. Beautiful, good-looking pens. Of course, I like the... Go ahead.
Jerry says the FPR Darjeeling makes a good eyedropper.
Yeah, that's a good pen. Thanks for that one.
Okay, here's Jim. He will let hi, Jim. He will let everyone know when the website is very close. And, yeah, all models that Larry has shown will be standard models.
Hey, Jim. Jim Hinze is on. People, if you have any questions, knock it out. Jim, the main man, is right here. So, how many times you get to talk to a real pen maker?
Francisco asks, were you ready for the Conklin Flex pen?
Yes, I'm going to get that pen. I got to check it out. That one. And then there's another Conklin pen that Goulet is hooked up with, and I'm going to put some of his nibs in. And they're good nibs. They're Jowo nibs, and they're nice. The ones I've had. I've tried the medium, the broad, and the 1.5. And so far, they've been really nice with writers. So, I've tried some of the Knox pens. Nib, not pens. Nibs. And they're okay.
Troy said that Jim should be making pens instead of being on YouTube.
He has. Trust me, he spends a lot of time in that workshop. But he's going to be spending more time in that workshop. Right, Jim? Yes. Michelle, what did she say?
Got to have a day of rest.
Yes, there you go, Michelle. And what a better way to rest and kick it back, pick up a pen, and fly. Let you feast your eyes on an upcoming review. I shouldn't be showing you these pens, but I can't help it. That's what I do. Here's one of the Benu pens. Beautiful. Now, they use Schmidt nibs. I believe they're number 5. But that's on an upcoming review. And Michelle, I've got a purple one here that to die for. Your favorite color. Isn't that right? I'm talking to Michelle on that.
Yeah, Michelle says the sparkly one is pretty.
Wait till you see that purple one. I got the purple one. I got the purple one. But don't forget, here's a beautiful Lamy Safari purple. Remember that edition they came out with? So, purple rocks. Yep. Purple rocks. But look at here. Purple. But I do love this Americana with the ebonite pen. This pen is a killer. Can I say a bad word? I'm going to say a bad word. So if I'm going to offend you, turn me off or close your ears. Here it is. Bad. There. I said it. So, one bad boy pen. This Americana will blow your top off. It's bad. Not because you make it, because I just like it. So if you like something, it's bad. If you don't like something, it's not bad. Easy as that, right? It's got I think it has a 1.0 nib in it. Let me see what it has in it. 1.1, yeah, that's what I asked Jim for it. Now I've got to send it back to him soon, and I'm hoping Jim forgets. But anyway, he won't forget. I'll get it back to him. Purple, what?
Purple is Sheb Wooley's favorite color.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Also, what I'm interested in is those twist pins where you twist it and the nib comes out. I have a vanishing point like that. What did you say?
She's just saying she's in Colorado.
Okay. So I like that twist vanishing point a lot. And I am just now learning more about the Noodler's, what is it, safety pin? That looks interesting. Yep, that was Jim the Man. So, you know, really, when we talk about equality.
Michelle says the Firmo is the twist VP.
Okay, I guess that's the one I have then. I don't want looking through all the pins, but it's around here somewhere. Maybe I can look real quick. See, Michelle, you got me looking. And I so happen to have, well, here's the one I have right here. Here's my vanishing point. Love this pin. And here's the twist coming out. So that's it. Medium. Love this fountain pen. Oh, look, it's blue. So, but here's another of my favorite. A friend of mine got me this pen a couple of years ago. Love the pen. They don't make them anymore. It's the Monteverde Azure Regretta. Beautiful fountain pen. I love everything about this fountain pen. I love the weight. I love the material used. I love the hardware used. It's all beautiful to me. I love how it screws on the back and you can post it that way. Great.
Francisco says, let him know when you want to sell that Waterman.
Oh, Francisco. You mean the Waterman rollerball or the Waterman fountain pen?
Fountain pen.
Oh, okay. So anyway, so, you know, I'm working on my pin bug on Facebook to help it grow. I'm going to be having some giveaways on that. I'm going to be having some giveaways on the fountain pen on Facebook and, of course, on YouTube. And let me see. I think I have them here. These are some of my favorite pens I give away. Well, they're affordable, but they write great right out of the box. And they're Jin Hao. And some more Jin Hao. Everything's on here Jin Hao, except these two. I'm sorry, these three aren't Jin Hao, but everything up here is Jin Hao. Oh, Michelle, here is that purple one, hon. Look at this. Are you ready, Michelle? When I see Michelle say ready, then I'll go ahead and show it. I'll wait for her to see if she's on. So anyway, everything's coming along.
She's ready.
Here we go, Michelle. Dun 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 dun. Bueno, pen. Are you digging that purple? Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful pen. Beautiful pen.
Is it sparkly?
Yes. It has Michelle's name on it. It says, Michelle, Michelle, hark, hark. Beautiful fountain pen. Also, like I just said, it has a Schmidt nib on it. And I believe, that, yeah, Schmidt, it has a broad nib on this one. And the nibs are changeable. You can unscrew them. I'll do that right now. Well, it's not inked up. But anyway, no, this one is inked up. So I can't undo it. But anyway, these are some cool pocket pens. I really do like them. So anyway, that'll be coming up with a review soon. So, there we have it. We have the pen pouch bag. Cool. We have the beacon, Hinze beacon. We have the Hinze Blue Storm coming up.
Hello to Skills, and Michelle asked, was that the Bainu pen?
Yes, that was the Bainu pen. So anyway, that's what's cooking lately. A lot of stuff's been happening. When I came down with the flu at the beginning of the year, I went to the doctor, and the doctor said it was a good thing I took the shot because, well, first of all, it was only 34%.
Effective.
Yeah, and but just think if I didn't take the shot, I would have been in worse shape. A lot of people have lost their lives with the flu this year, and a lot have been really ill. I was laid up in bed 5 to 6 days, and 101 temp, and just sick, just sick. And I got behind, so I'm trying to do the videos and get them caught up. But I've got a few keep me busy. I've got some Conklin pins coming up, some Monteverde pins coming up.
Skills FPR stands for Fountain Pen Revolution. The pen maker.
And Kevin's the pin maker. I have the, is it Lamy Avon, or how do you say
Avant.
it? Yeah, Avant, how do you spell it?
A-V-A-N-T.
No, not V-A-N-T, no. A-O-I-N. A-O-I-N.
Oh, Aeon.
Aeon, that's it, yeah, yeah. I just got that one in. I'll be doing a review on this pen. You know, I'll write with them first now to make sure I give a really good, honest review on how they write. And it reminds me of the Lamy 2000. And it just pulls out, but look at this beautiful pen. I like the black, kind of a matte black finish. And the only thing different with the Lamy nib on this one that the rest of them don't have is that it's a curve nib. Now this will hold any Safari or Allstate Lamy nib. So
Troy said he was going to buy an Aeon, but bought a Hinze edition instead.
good choice. Yeah, these are like $70. And yeah, right now, well, you know, I am a dedicated Hinze fan. I've seen and know what Hinze put out, so I'm comfortable now, and I won't hesitate.
What do you think of the Lamy 2000 Black Amber 50th Anniversary Edition?
It was okay. I mean, I wasn't like wow with it. You know, it just, so far, it hadn't done much to me. I have to really connect. And sometimes I don't connect immediately with a pen, and I'll put that pen up. Yeah, not worth no. You're right. That's the big turnoff. I think that's why I didn't connect with it, and I'm not going to connect with it. You know, with $600, I can buy almost 3 Jim Hinze custom pens. You know, right now during the sale. Yep.
To Skills, yes, we do have some pens that we're giving away. You will need to be a subscriber to this YouTube channel or on the Larry's Fountain Pen Facebook page.
And I will be giving the details how to do it next week. So it's going to be a little bit different, you know, but somebody's going to be lucky. So anyway, so I kind of got behind when I got sick, so I'm trying to catch up. I've done some reviews on some of the journals and some paper. I've got other journals, inks, and other cool stuff coming up. I got a whole bunch of cool stuff coming up. A lot of things happening still. So I also have the new Monteverde. What is that? Is that a ballpoint or a roller ball? Probably a ballpoint. Mechanical pencil and something else. It's in my drawer. And you get 3 in 1. So that was pretty cool. I got that. And that's going to be reviewing that one. You know, I just didn't make a list of all of them I have, but I have a few cool ones coming up. On my list, my wish list. Well, I'll tell everybody right now. You ready? I think Francisco already knew it in Jim. Well, how I save for high level pens, I mean, up there, is I have to save, save, save. Sometimes it'll take me, depending on the price of the pen, 4 6 months, sometimes a year to 2 years. Well, I started back last year putting back money just in case I see a pen I wanted. Well, I do want the Aurora, that new one that's out with the flex nib. I'm not a big flexer, but I've used that Flex Aurora when I was at the pen show in Dallas last year, and it blew me away. That pen was awesome, just awesome. It just had a wow factor that wouldn't leave me. But anyway, so I've been saving and saving and saving, and not able to buy really anything. Uh, and I bit the bullet. I've ordered my Mont Blanc. Which one do you think I ordered? Which Mont Blanc do you think I ordered? Let's see if anybody would even guess right. I'll leave it at that. So that's going to be one heck of a presentation when I get done with it. You know, well, share with everybody. Share.
Oh, Troy got it.
Oh, yep. But yeah, you do. Yep, 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 yep. Francisco knew too. Yep, yep, yep. Troy and Francisco got it. Sergeant Pepper's beetle pen. Yep. So that'll be coming up with one hell of a presentation. I've got Beatle albums when they first came out, CDs, pictures, posters, rollerball pens, Beatle clock that somebody sent me. I've got a Beatles shower curtain, Beatles rock. Okay, so, yep. So I did it. Yay. So go ahead.
Michelle got a letter with the Beatles ink, but she wasn't sure she was going to spend that much on purple ink, but she did.
Oh, I never got a letter. With mine, let me see what well, a friend of mine got it for me. He brought me this. He went to Dallas, and he got me this. Here's the beetle ink right here. And I haven't touched this bottle. I won't touch it until my pen comes in. So I don't know much about it. And it will come with this book. Right there. I can say that. Yay. And give you an idea. We'll just open it up. There's the Fat Four. Beautiful pen. Yep, it's going to be a 14K with oblique medium nib. Heck of a group. My all-time high.
Okay, Francisco asks, do you have thoughts on the Retro 51?
You know what? The Retro 51. That's going to be coming up for review. This one, Francisco, right? Haven't even opened it yet. I hope it's that color of green. Now, the replacement refill I bought, I didn't know that came in fine or whatever, and it's a fine. I haven't used that, but fine's not my thing, so that's one turn off. If I knew they came in different sizes, I would have looked at it and said, no, I don't want that size. I want a medium. But I'm going to try it and see if it changes my mind. But I'll be doing a review on the Retro 51 right here. Right here, folks. Retro 51. Da-dun, da-dun, dun, dun. Yep. And while we're at it, I can tell you one of my favorite inks. I wish but it came with a bigger bottle. Here's a small bottle of the Monteverde Olivine ink. Love this ink. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Just some great stuff. 30 mils. Yep, great stuff. And I have to be careful because I've done fill up 2 or 3 pens. So, but just think if this 51 could talk, I'd put ink in it. Oh well. So
Jerry says regarding the beetle pen, he can only afford to buy a Jinhao 159 and paste a picture of Pete Best on it.
there you go. If that rocks, that's cool. Never thought about doing that. Ah, what I may have Jim do is maybe do me a beetle pen. Interesting. I've got ways.
And Michelle has the Monteverde Purple Rain.
Ah, okay. I'd like to check that out sometime. But yeah, I just can't wait to try this ink out. And it's locked in there with a little tab, so I'm not even going to do anything to it. The ink, $43 for this 50 ml bottle of ink.
Okay, here, Skills is a not a fountain pen person. His mother is, and he's asking what is the difference in pens. So you might, for a new person, you might explain some general qualities of the fountain pens.
For a newbie, a person getting into pens, if you're not sure that you even want to get in pens, and before you start putting a lot of money into it, a fountain pen uses bottle ink or a cartridge. And they come with different size nibs. Extra fine, fine, medium, and so on. But what's cool about a fountain pen is you can change your inks out to whatever color you choose, whatever works for you. And your size of nibs. You might get a fine and not find that to your liking, so you may try a medium. Some nibs are wetter than others, but they can be made wetter. Some nibs are softer than others. Some may be a bit more scratchy than others. So, you know, my favorite low-end pen is the Jinhao. That's what got me into larger pens. My favorite low-end pen of all would be the Jinhao 159. Why is that? Well, first of all, I like that big, girthy feel, the weight to it. It just sings. It's great, and they come in multiple colors. And I change out nibs in it. I have a fine and 1, medium, broad, 1.1, 1.5. So I just like the weight and big, girthy pens, chunky pens in my hands. So yeah, before you start spending, well, at least for thought, these pens are like under $10, under 5 even. And then, you know, the 750 and the 450, and then you have different other ones. And I'll show you real quick when I'm talking about. I have a few here.
Hello to an ink guy.
Hey, ink guy. These are Jinhaos, you know, and they're all pretty cool. The ladder and, you know, so on, so on. And they come in many different, a variety of colors. These are 450s. So, I mean, you got option there. And that way you can play with these pens and see, is a fountain pen really for me? Do I really like it? And if you're on a strict budget, you can just buy a different nib and stick in there, a number 6 nib, and stick it in there. Remember, number 6 nibs work on the Jinhao 450, 750, and 159.
And Jerry said recommends the Bauer also.
Bauer's another good pen. I have a Bauer, and without looking in my drawer, there's one particular Bauer that I really fell in love with. It wrote really nice. So there's a lot of affordable pens you can get for under $20. And then you, as long as it's in whatever nib, like a number 6, and you want to upgrade that nib, you can use just about any number 6 nib and put it in there. Friction fit, pull out, put in. I hope that helps.
Yes, he said he got it.
Cool. So, any other questions? If Jim Hines is still on here, it's now the time to ask Mr. Hines anything you need to know. But he does accept PayPal or major credit cards. Jim is still there. 30% off. Will you like the fountain pen? Well, it depends on you. I love the fountain pen, but I can't speak for everybody but me. I think they're dynamite. But if you're a true fountain pen enthusiast, You're going to love it. Once you get that in your hand, you're going to be glad you got it.
Skill says it's funny because he uses a dollar pen for school, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, it's whatever you like, whatever you can afford. There's nothing wrong with that. Me being a reviewer, I have to, well, I need to come up with pens. And I'm on a strict budget.
Troy has a Hinze, Newton, and a Birmingham all on order.
Cool. So, I mean, if I was able to work and like I used to and bring in the money, yeah, I'll be all over the place, but I'm not. But I'm okay with what I have. And a lot of viewers have helped me out. They send me pens or inks and paper, and that's really appreciated. Or sometimes they may contribute to PayPal or Patreon, and then I'd put some money in with it and get the pen. So this is a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. I've had people that ask me, say, Larry, I'm thinking about getting and reviewing pens. Well, it's not all glamour and glory as one can think. There's a lot of work. Go ahead, doing this.
Jim likes Sean Newton's pens. Troy has a Shinobi on order, and Michelle has a Sean Newton pen as well. Dip pen holder.
Okay. So, there's a lot of work when you have to render, edit, and upload. It can take us an hour and a half sometimes, depending. It's a lot of work. Speaking for me, depending on the presentation, to set up what I need and how I'm going to do it takes time. I don't like waiting that exact moment I'm getting ready to do a video. Sometimes I do. A lot of times I don't. And when I get done with a video, it's the worst. Go ahead.
Troy says his Shinobi will have the New England Patriots logo engraved on it and painted.
Cool. And, Jim Hines can do the same thing. He can make it whatever pen you want, and he can get that on it. In fact, I'm having him do, a friend of mine, a pen of certain size, and he's a TCU alumni, and it's going to be badass when he gets done with it. Bad boy, I'm telling you. But, 30% off this month. Even if it wasn't 30% off, I'm still going to buy a Hinze pen. End of story.
Okay, Van Ness is doing the engraving on the New Patriots.
Oh, okay. Now, Jim at this time doesn't do engraving, but we've talked about it. So, anyhow, a lot of cool things are happening. Staying very busy. Back to the guys wants to do reviewing. There's a lot of work to do reviewing, and to be dedicated to continue to do it, and to do it on a continual basis. However you may set that schedule in. Hopefully you're working and able to buy different pens and stuff, because you just can't do it with 3 or 4 pens. You're going to have a variety. And you're going to have to do the homework and the research. Maybe give a story about that pen. How did it all start? How did the idea come up? What kind of materials are used? The nibs, the size of nibs, and it just goes on and on. It's just a lot of work. Some people think it's a pushover. You just get a pen. Oh, this is the Lamy Safari, the da. No, not that easy. But the fun part in it is doing the work, doing all the legwork when you do a pen review. And Lord knows, lots of work to do a review. Yep. Troy knows it. Troy's a reviewer. So, but it's a lot of fun, and it's rewarding. For me, it has helped me in its own way, since I'm disabled, and I chronic pains up and down my spine and other stuff that's wrong with me. It does help me in its own way. Yes. Well, any other questions before I get off? Jim is still on. If you want to ask him a question, if you want to order from Jim Hines, Mr. Announcer, tell him how you can get a hold of him right now.
You can contact him at hinzwoodcreations@gmail.com.
Or you can find him on Larry's Fountain Pens. You can tag him there. And today's the 28th, so we're getting close to the deadline. Dun, 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 dun. And that 30% will be gone. Poof. But still, you can still buy an affordable pen even without the 30% off at a reasonable, fair price, I think. So, I'm glad that Jim came into the picture. But just think of it. How many more Jim Hinze are out there that'll make fountain pen? There are so many. And the more that come into play helps us, the viewers, the buyers, buy pens, because hopefully they'll bring some of that cost down. A lot of times you're paying for the name, like a brand shirt, Neiman Marcus shirt, a dealer shirt, some icon shirt. You're paying major bucks for it. So
hello to David, who just got in.
Hey, David, peace, bro. So there's a whole lot of people out there that are makers.
Yeah. Jim says they're not as good as he is.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, I helped Jim make these two pens with my own two hands. Right, Jim? Not. I'm lying. Oh, well. It doesn't hurt to make believe, right? But Jim is also working on a lot more other stuff that at this time I won't reveal till it's getting closer to that time. But Jim is thinking, planning, staying busy. Before I hang up, he will be at the St. Louis Pen Show. Isn't it June? Is that right, Jim? That's going to be his first pen show to make. And then he will be at the Dallas Pen Show this year.
Yes, on June.
I've been saying February. Bleh. June. Jim Hinze, first fountain pen at the St. Louis Pen Show. His first appearance. Boom, right there. And he will be ready for it.
Michelle says the Colorado show is in October.
Well, I always got one trying to go to the Dallas.
And then Troy says he's thinking about going to the Little Rock show, and then the Raleigh show is in June also.
Yeah, depending on how I feel and my health, we've knocked around the Arkansas show. We would probably have to, we would have to spend the night, get there on a Friday, and spend a few hours on a Saturday, then head out, if everything works out.
Oh, and Jim says he'll be in Arkansas in March.
Oh, okay. So, Jim, you're going to be in the Arkansas Pen Show? Already paid. Yep, he's going to be at the Arkansas Pen Show. So, Jim will be in St. Louis in June. He'll be in the Arkansas Pen Show when?
March.
In March. Dallas Pen Show, September. So, Jim is moving along, and Jim told me that he's not going to be in it, but he's going to go check out. Is that the LA Pen Show? Jim, you'll be checking out? So, anyway, Jim is making his first debut. St. Louis.
Yes, yep. For Los Angeles.
Yep. Okay. So, Jim will be among all the pen sellers and pen makers. God, you know how that feels. I mean, here I'm the new guy in town. So all the eyes are watching. Dun, 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 dun. How good are these guys' pens? I wonder how good they are. Oh, yeah, they say this and that. Let's see. Of course, he's going to be having people that buy them, that are reviewers. And how will they review that pen? Are they going to dog it? Are they really going to give an honest review? For me, I'm not going to dog anybody's stuff. That's just me. That's how I am. And why is that? Well, first of all, I'm not going to mislead any viewers, but I'm not going to dog it. Some reviewers have dog pens because these pen makers, they really work hard to make a product. Jim, Colorado would be okay. So if there's, for some reason, something I don't like about the pen, well, I'm going to mention, what I like and don't like, but I still buy the pen because let's say it doesn't have a clip. No, I'll still buy it. Let's say the nib isn't smooth the way I like it. What's it still? Yeah, I mean, not a big deal. What if it's not wet like I like it? Well, the outcome usually at a certain level of wetness. Some come dry, some mediocre. I'm okay with that. Not a biggie. Those aren't biggies. My big thing is the pen quality made? How is that pen made? That's my first thing. Is it really worth the money? Well, Jim puts quite a bit of man hours in making one pen. Then he has to, either pour the material. And then, turning those pens aren't easy.
Jerry, you're talking about he's not going to insult the other pen makers, asking about what dog it means.
Oh, dog it means. Okay, but anyway, so dog it like trash it, blah, blah, bash it. Anyway, so, I'll give an honest review. And on the nib, which is the major, most important part of the pen, that's the heart of the pen. How does it write? Well, you have Jawbone nibs, you have Bach nibs, Schmidt nibs, Knox nibs. Then you got the Goulet nibs, Anderson nibs, and they're all Jawbone nibs with their names on. So you have different types, all different type sizes of nibs, different material of nibs. Same with the pens. And Jim, if you're still on, can you put on here the 3 different materials that you use on making pens for customers that are interested? Well, not my doggy. So anyway, but you'll be able to find all this on Jim's site. And I think it's you'll be really happy and satisfied when you purchase any of Jim's pens. Yeah, you'll be able to buy these online with or without hardware. It's up to you. But yeah, this month's been all about Jim, and God willing, hopefully, I'll be doing a review on Hinze pens once a week, maybe. Depends. So, anything else anybody likes to know about a pen from Jim? Jim is on here right now. You can ask him. But, starting to wind down here. I think I've covered everything up that I need to cover today. But next week I'll be laying the groundwork on. Okay, let's shoot for twice a month. Cool. Okay. I'll be doing reviews on Jim pen twice a month. I can dig it. But next week I'll be laying the groundwork how to win either the pen or the pen case. So, a lot of things happening. I'm busy, extremely busy, doing pen reviews, inks, paper, journal, notebooks, pen cases, you name it, I've got it. But that's what I love to do. Okay, folks. Well, I guess it's time to go. It's already 2:01. And I think I need to get off my back a little bit because my spine's starting to go and that gets pretty hissy. So, again, thank you, Jim, for taking the time to join us on Larry's Fountain Pen Live Chat Pen Case Talk, number 46. And thanks to you guys for taking the time out of your busy Sundays to join me on today's chat. And remember, the end of this month, 30% of Jim Hines custom pins is gone forever. It won't be back. And hopefully down the road soon, you'll be hearing more about the Jim Hines fountain pen that he will be working on, the limited edition. So that's going to be a cool one. There's going to be so many of those made, and that's going to be it. So you want to keep your eyes posted. And maybe Jim will come up with a newsletter or something that you can sign up. So every time he comes up with something, you will get a automatic newsletter that'll show you, hey, Jim Hines, this is coming up for the year. These are coming up for next month. Just sign up. So he might be working on something like that. Well, he has enough to keep him busy. I have more than enough to keep me busy. I think yesterday we did how many videos? 4?
4.
Do we have any more left?
I've got 2 to put together to post yet.
Okay, so we have 2 left. And then it's back to the drawing board. What's next? All right, I am totally done. I am finished. And for the last time, thanks, guys, for watching. You guys are dynamite, rock and roll, in the story. And thank you again, Jim Hines, for taking your time to be on my talk live show and share your magic on your custom-made fountain pens. Yes. I didn't get rid of all that. What did...
Oh, Jerry says maybe Mr. Announcer can do the newsletter.
Oh, okay.
Jim says that Francisco's going to do it.
Oh, cool. Francisco, get busy. Newsletter, no. Francisco, newsletter, no. Okay. All right, I'm done. Seriously, I'm leaving. Goodbye. See that little guy up here? He said bye. That's my buddy, Mr. Minion. Bye. Bye. Peace. I'm done. I'm gone. I'm leaving. Bye.